if I can lead off the questions.
Sure.
With to what degree, if any, is it anticipated that the ratepayers of Oreille County would absorb the risks and capital costs associated with any upgrades needed to deliver the power contemplated?
Great. Historically, and I believe it to be true in this situation too, when a customer comes to the PUD and requests a line extension to my property, which would be a line extension above or below ground, a transformer, and a meter base, that's absorbed by the customer. And I believe that would be the case in this situation as well. Historically, the general ratepayer, the owners of our system, are protected from absorbing that cost. I believe that's historically the standard, and I believe that will continue.
Thank you. Questions for David?
Thank you. So, and this is really for both of you. When you look at what you're talking about, my question would be, how long has Bitcoin mining, has that been in business for over a year now? Because I remember reading in the paper when they were coming in that the county was going to get like $2 million a year in tax revenue and all that stuff. Has any of that actually happened?
So I have looked at the treasurer's report for sales taxes collected, and the installation of the equipment at the site is supposed to trigger a taxable event under a use tax, not so much a sales tax. The information that is disclosable under state regulations is not customer specific. So you can't tell you who paid what taxes. But we can kind of infer what taxes were paid when we look at anomalous months that had very large increases over previous months. It's on the order of magnitude of a few hundreds of thousands of dollars, which would suggest total installation costs of a few tens of millions of dollars. That's a question that I would like better answers to than just, well, we got a few $100,000 extra. Because if you look at, do the math, here's how many machines went in, here's what their wholesale, costs are. I'm led to believe it should be a lot more than that. Your thoughts on that, Ray?
As PD, we don't see the tax payments that go to the county, so I would have no idea.
The reason I asked that, it seems like this is a power rationing versus what's the benefit to the residents of Oreille County? Because to me, it shouldn't be, this is just me thinking out loud, because I look at this from a job creation point of view, which is our job for everybody. And I think that maybe it shouldn't be, the paper mill shouldn't be competing for power with the Bitcoin operation when we know the people of Oreille County are going to get, what, 100, 200 jobs? But I don't know how many people.
130, 140.
So to me, that power belongs to the people of Oreille County. And it should be used to create jobs for the people of Oreille County. And then the Bitcoin operation, who the benefit is theirs. And they're not even from Oreille County. Why are the residents not getting jobs created? And why are they competing for power that they already own instead of the Bitcoin operation being fighting for the power they need to benefit themselves? So that's my question is, I don't know how you guys at Oreille County are balancing that decision and that level of looking into.
Yeah, anyway, so great question. The power that Purple Standard and Cascade Digital utilize, by virtue of the amount of power they consume, in excess of 2 million watts, 2 megawatts. They are labeled a large industrial customer. no power resources from Allrise PUD feeds that facility. At a certain demarcation in power consumption, the power that is utilized by that load comes from the marketplace. So the citizens are not losing out on the power. So that they buy their energy primarily from the current contract right now, all power from Allrise PUD and the allotment from Seattle City Line has been sold to Shell Energy North America. And that was a 5-year contract. It will terminate January 1st, 2025. But currently, all the power resources from our county is sold as a result of, as an outcome of the bankruptcy of Allrise Newsprint. And so, any power, generally speaking, the power utilized by any industrial or large industrial load does not come from PUD resources. It comes from the energy marketplace. So the systems are, energy supplies are not endangered in any way.
And correct me if I'm wrong, it was the property owner's decision to direct the power towards cryptocurrency mining as opposed to directing it towards restarting the paper mill. There was a business decision they made, and the directing it towards crypto, in effect, displaced the ability to start up the paper mill promptly. Is that a fair characterization?
Yeah, so the first load study from BPA says we can deliver you this much power to that facility, to that substation. You cannot run both operations concurrently. It's either or. You can either do a paper plant operation or you can do cryptocurrency. So the owners there had to make the decision which business is going to be most profitable. And they chose to go cryptocurrency right now, right at that time. And they've been doing that since then. So the purpose of this study is we would like to run both businesses concurrently. Can we get additional power from BPA and through the Allrise PUD's 115 kV transmission system? So they had to make a choice. BPA said, yes, we'll deliver you this much power, capped it off at 100 megawatts. You can do one or the other. You cannot do both. So that's kind of how BPA got us to that point where we are right now. So they're asking, can we get additional power to run both operations? So now, one thing that's interesting, the Shell contract will terminate January 1st, 2025. Then we enter into a contract with Clark County PUD. They will buy for 15 years 100% of the output of Fox Canyon Dam. They do not receive the 48 megawatts from Seattle City Line as a condition of Seattle City Line's federal license of operation. 48 megawatts will be retained, which it has always been historically for Allrise PUD. That will service our county. So that guarantees low rates for our county right there. And we will sell for the next 15 years the full output of Fox Canyon Dam to Clark County PUD. So this is the electrical side of the protection of our citizens. There is an economic or fiscal side as well, which is kind of a side subject as well. So one thing that's a little bit challenging right now, as Silicon Valley Bank went bankrupt and was taken over by Business Bank, there was a performance assurance of $60 million, that a letter of credit that Cascade Digital had to have in a qualified institution in a bankrupt. It was then guaranteed by a confirming bank, U.S. National Bank. Their credit rating dropped a little bit, and to trigger one of our credit rating bond agencies saying you just dropped below a demarcation on your credit rating. So the PD gave them 30 days, go find yourself another a confirming bank that will guarantee that $16 million. It's very difficult in that time frame for them to find that confirming bank. The 30 days expired, we give them another 30 days. Go find yourself a confirming bank. It's been a big challenge. It's been a very big challenge for them. The run on that bank and the bankruptcy of that bank, it was not the responsibility of our customer. We realize that. So at this point, if they don't have a confirming bank by August 1st, they will have to pay a fee of $75,000 every month that they do not have a confirming bank. So it's a tough time. It's a very tough time in the banking world right now. There's a lot of instability. And when I say that, if you have a business model that the banks like, they'll fight it. They'll fight over each other to supply the money from cryptocurrency. It's a bit of a challenge for the banks, and so they're having a hard time finding a confirming bank.
Other questions for Dave, Rick?
So when you guarantee the power, is Box Canyon part of the FERC licensing coming up?
The FERC relicensing for Fox Canyon Dam has concluded. And
That's done. Okay, so that's not even part of the issue.
yeah, it's wrapped up. Yeah.
All right, thanks, Dave.